To be perfectly honest, y'all, I'm not sure how many more of these I'm gonna do for the rest of the year because we keep having games like we just had against the Bengals. I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Slim Taco coming at y'all again with another video, another Bills review. How y'all doing today? Hope everybody's doing alright. So yeah, I mean, we all just saw it. The Bills just lost to Cincinnati Bengals 24-18. Another tough L for the Bills. Another game that we had a shot to win. I mean, the defense played really good. We'll get into that a little bit later, but defense played really well. We had some opportunities, some more wasted ones, and we're looking at 5-4 now. Scary times in Buffalo, but I still believe. But let's not waste any time with the surrounding details. Let's get into the video. As usual, let's take a look at the offensive side of the ball to begin the review. It wasn't really until our fourth quarter drives that things started to click consistently for the Bills, and by then, it was too little too late. Josh Allen, who's a catalyst for this offense, and really the entire gosh dang team, was not on great timing tonight. So he didn't really get cooking until the second half after personally scoring our first TD of the game. And the stat line looked like 26 of 38 for 258 yards, with one touchdown on the ground, one through the air, and one interception. Again, this was Allen's fifth straight game with a pick, which is the longest streak in the NFL currently. I mean, what can I even say, y'all? This is just a mid-performance from Allen. Like I said, he started playing better in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough to help us climb out of the depths of Tartarus that we had dug ourselves into. Once again, the running game was non-existent, with Josh Allen leading the team with 44 yards and 8 carries. James Cook was literally a non-factor for the third or fourth week in a row, only managing to eke out 20. He literally had one more yard on the ground than he did receiving, which is absolutely pathetic, but I digress. Speaking of the receiving game, there really isn't all that much to say. No one had an extremely outstanding night, but Stephon Diggs did have 86 yards, a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion grab. Gabe Davis was out there looking like Tony Snell, just running around for cardio, and then was eventually benched for Trent Sherfield. Now, Dalton Kincaid was starting in place of Dawson Knox again, and he looked really good out there, grabbing 10 balls for 81 yards. Unfortunately, he did have a huge fumble in the red zone that looked more like something Knox would do. So, that sucked. If that fumble doesn't happen, the Bills might have actually won the game based on how the offense was rolling in the fourth quarter. Khalil Shakir looked pretty good out there once again, pulling in 57 yards and 4 catches, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills start using him more as a number 2 wide receiver going forward instead of Gabe. The defense is really the strongest factor of the team's performance up until the very last Bengals drive. Taron Johnson and Dane Jackson played their hearts out, with Taron totaling 5 pass deflections and Dane basically locking up Jamar Chase for a good portion of the second half. And while it's never a good sign for a safety to lead your team in tackles on the night, the D only allowed 8 points to Cincinnati in the second half, giving Buffalo plenty of opportunities to come back and try for a win. We only got to Joe Burrow one time, but it's still once more than they did in January, so you take what you can get. But on the very last drive of the game, after completely shutting down Cincinnati since the 8-minute point of the second quarter, the Bills defense failed to get a crucial third down stop, and just like that, the game was over. Yes, the refs missed a hold on the play, but that really doesn't matter in the long run. Again, y'all, this is a head scratcher. I just can't put my finger on why things aren't clicking for the Bills for a full 60 minutes this year like they would last year. Is it a coaching thing? Is it a players thing? Stats say everything is fine, but the eye test, whole another story. Guess we'll have to see what happens. Hey, that's the video. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope y'all enjoyed it. There's a lot more I could have gotten into with this. I could have talked about the reffing, the officiating, how it kind of seemed one-sided towards the Bengals. Yeah, definitely the refs wanted the Bengals to win this game. They were cheating. I could go into more in-depth detail about Sean McDermott's stupid decision to challenge a pretty obvious drop by Sherfield on our touchdown drive, the last one. Cost us a timeout at the end of the game. So, yeah, there's more things I could have talked about. I just wanted to keep it on the game because this is a game I'd love to forget about. But look, I'm looking at the Bills' schedule coming up, man. We have the Broncos on Monday night, and then we hit a bit of a gauntlet with teams like the Eagles, the Cowboys, and the Chiefs. So it's not going to get any easier. But I really do feel like to quote Aaron Rodgers, that we could run the table here. I mean, if we just figure out what's going on wrong with the team. Changes might have to be made, tough ones. We might have to see personnel come and go. But whatever it takes to get us a Super Bowl, because I don't really believe that the window is closing, like a lot of people want to say. But you never want to waste a season. I mean, every time you have a new season come around, and you want to take the most of the opportunity, you want to go deep into the playoffs. You want to go try for a Super Bowl. And right now the Bills don't look like they're going to be... I'm a firm believer that the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, right? But they're making the road look a lot harder than, I thought it would. But I guess we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I guess we'll see what happens. Long season ahead. We still got about half of the season left. Turn it around in an instant. Just like that. So thanks you guys for watching again. If you guys could do me a big old favor and like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share with your family and friends. You know I'm appreciative of it. It's been your boy Slim Paco. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Later. Go Bills.